busy. So on the bottom here, we've got the adjective for busy, which is isogashi. And then on the right here, we've got tabo, which just means busyness. This structure at the start here is actually a simpler way of writing this kanji, but this is the kanji's radical form when it's kind of drawn to the left of a kanji. And this is something you'll see a lot when kanji are used as radicals. Sometimes they're drawn in a much simpler form. So this radical here is just a simpler way of drawing this kanji here. How I like to think of it is I like to think of a small heart. And the reason for that is because the kanji for small looks a lot like this, which is quite a similar shape to how heart is now looking. So I just like to think of it as how it's a really small heart, and that's how I remember it. Then of course, we've got this kanji for deaf, which is being used as a radical. To remember this, we just like to think of it as a coffin, since the top part looks a bit like a lid, and then it's got that kind of curved box shape underneath, which looks a bit like a coffin. How I like to think of this one is someone being so busy that their heart feels dead. And the reason for that is because remember, this heart is more like a feeling heart rather than a physical heart. So of course, it's not like you're literally going to have a heart attack, although maybe you could think of it like that as well. But it's more a sense of like how my spirit feels so broken from all this busyness. And I feel like that's a really nice intuitive way to remember it, because I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that feeling of just being so overwhelmed and busy. Also, if you want to learn all of the 1,000 most common kanji in Japanese, please feel free to go ahead and check out my 90-day kanji challenge, where we learn all of the most common kanji. So that's JLPT N5 all the way up to JLPT N2. And there's tons of extra revision resources as well for you to check out.